if you have had a burning desire in your heart for the past few weeks, months, and even years, and you are yet to take action because your mind is giving you all these limiting beliefs, these negative thoughts, filling you with fear, worry, doubt, anxiety concerning this burning desire, this video is for you, because I am here to give you 20 reasons why you need to take that leap of faith. And I'm offering you these 20 reasons with the hope that when your mind presents to you all these excuses and rationalizations why you shouldn't take that step, why you shouldn't take action, you will be able to recall any one of these 20 reasons, and you'll be able to apply them to your situation so that you can get out of your fear, get out of this constrictive nature that your mind is trying to place you in, and step out into a path of growing, of feeling, of doing, of being, and become the person that you know that you can be, and live in the reality that you know that you deserve. So I hope you take this video as an affirmation that that desire in your heart is not meant to be ignored. It's meant to be brought to life, and anything that tells you otherwise is just a limitation that's trying to box you in. Don't let yourself be boxed in. Don't let yourself follow a path that's not meant for you. I want you to unlock the highest version of yourself. I want you to bring your desires into reality, and I hope that these 20 reasons help you get there. The first thing I want to bring to your attention is that if you had this desire in whatever capacity at the back of your mind for a long period of time, guess what? That desire is never gonna go away. It's never going to go away. And if you're waiting for it to do so, it will not. Even if you try to ignore it, you try to suppress it, it might be dimmed, but it will never be extinguished. Because that is not just a random thing that popped into your mind and then you forget about it the next week. This is your soul desire, and this is your soul communicating to you that this is a path that you need to be on, that this is the path you're supposed to follow. This is what you're being called to do. And so if you're waiting for that desire to go away, it will not go away. You can try to bury that desire. You can try to ignore it, to suppress it, to leave it at the back of your mind and let it rot. But it will never go away. It will never fade. And every single day you spend in misalignment is a weight on your soul. And in the years that follow, you will regret not taking the chance. You're going to regret spending so much time in your head, letting your fears rule you, dictate your actions, limit you, put you in a box. You're going to regret that in the future. Think about when you're 80 years old, 90 years old, and you look back in your life. Are you going to be proud of yourself, that you kept yourself in your box, that you stayed in your comfort zone, that you let yourself be ruled by fear? Or are you going to be filled with so much regret that you had so much abundance, so much ability, so much time, so much energy, so much capability, but you did not take that chance because you were ruled by your fears? Don't let your fears create a lifetime of regret. And if one of the reasons why you're not taking action is because you don't feel ready, guess what? You are never going to feel ready. You didn't feel ready that first time when the idea came to your mind. It could have been 5 years ago. You didn't feel ready then. You don't feel now. You're not going to feel ready a year from now, 2 years from now. The idea of being ready is such an illusion. And in fact, it's not even something that you achieve. Readiness isn't something that you achieve. It is a decision. Readiness is a decision. You need to decide that here I am feeling raw, I am feeling vulnerable, I am feeling scared, but I am choosing to take action. I am deciding that I am going to do it in spite of my fear, in spite of my feeling unready. I'm going to do this in spite of everything that is trying to tell me no. You need to wait. You need to wait until you're qualified enough, until you're old enough. Maybe you've missed your chance, you're too old. You're never going to be ready for this. Readiness is a decision. And the moment you decide that, no, I am going to step out of this limiting state of being, I'm going to step out of my fear, and I'm going to take action no matter what it takes. I'm going to step outside of myself. I'm going to learn and I'm going to grow. And this is the path I choose for myself. That is when you become ready. Readiness is not something you achieve. it is something you decide. On top of that, there will never be a perfect set of circumstances. Don't wait for life to happen to you. Don't wait for all the stars to align. Don't wait for everything to line up for you so that you can feel like, okay, it seems that everything has added up perfectly, and so I am allowed to take this route. I'm allowed to step into this potential. Don't wait for it, because if you keep waiting for it, you're not going to do anything. It's never going to happen. Those perfect set of circumstances aren't going to happen. Don't wait for opportunity to come knocking at your door, because the truth is, if you are not ready in your head, if you don't mentally accept it, if you're waiting for something outside of yourself to give you permission to act, even when it comes, and you aren't giving yourself permission to step into that potential, the minute those perfect circumstances somehow come to being and the opportunity knocks down your door and tells you, hi, I am all the opportunities that you have been waiting for, you're not going to take that chance, because you haven't decided in your mind that this is something that you're going to do. If you keep waiting for something outside of you, you're never going to take action. And when those opportunities finally come for you, you're not going to be able to recognize them, because you haven't chosen to accept them. You haven't chosen to take action. So don't wait for the perfect set of circumstances. It will never happen. That you're just going to end up waiting your whole life, and that's going to create a whole lifetime of regret looking back. Don't sit and wait for opportunities to come and shake your shoulders and make you recognize that this is in fact the path you're supposed to be on. Because even when it does that, you might not be able to recognize it. Stop waiting and start taking action. This lack of safety, this lack of reassurance that things are lining up for you, this lack of knowing that this is the right thing to do will create fear. And that's completely normal. That's so human. And you need to understand that fear will always be present in your life. Fear is always going to be there. And fear will manifest itself in a myriad of ways. You might feel like you're too busy. You might feel like you're too underqualified. You need to take certain qualifications. You might feel like you're too old, you're too young, you're not smart enough. Fear will present itself in these excuses, these rationalizations to try and get you to stay in your comfort zone. And that's just your body trying to protect you, because it cannot predict the unknown. You trying this new thing is scary because it's unpredictable. Your mind, your body can't predict what's going to happen in the future. And so it will try to restrict you with all these reasons why you should not take action. Don't let yourself be ruled by fear. Fear will always be present in your life. Take this opportunity to master your fear, so that when fear comes into your life, you'll know exactly how to handle it, and you will be open enough to welcome all the opportunities that come with it, because you're not ruled by fear. You are the master of your fear, and you work in spite of your fear. So stop running away from your fear and using it as an excuse why you shouldn't take action. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Something you need to understand is that you have something of value to offer to the world. It's something only you can do, only you can say, only you can build, only you can create, that will resonate in such a deep way with others that it will unlock them. You are a unique creation, and you are a unique creator. And your unique creations could be the key that unlocks other people's lives. Only if you let yourself finally fulfill that desire, that alignment in your soul, you will be able to unlock people's lives in ways that you cannot even begin to imagine. You have something of value to offer the world. You need to believe this, because that desire is not an accident. And guess what? That desire is divinely aligned. There is a reason why you have that specific desire in your heart. There's a reason why you want to be a chef instead of a rocket scientist. There is a reason why you might feel called to be a teacher and not an artist. There is a reason why you're called to create YouTube videos instead of becoming a dancer. There is a reason why you have that specific desire and nothing else. That is your soul's mission on this earth, even if you might not see it. You might not have the whole picture in your head right now. Don't let that be a limitation for you. That desire might be your soul's mission on this earth. And even if that might not be your ultimate desire, it might be the only manifestation of your desire that you can currently hold in your mind, because your true fulfillment, your ultimate goal in this world is so big that you can't conceive it right now. You can't comprehend it. It's too big for you. It's too scary. And so it presents itself in this smaller version of your desire so that it can stretch you, so that it can make you grow, so that it can build you up. And once you fulfill this one, you're able to finally realize, wait, this wasn't even it. This wasn't even my whole purpose. This is my whole purpose. And every step I took in the fulfillment of this desire was only a way to unlock this greater desire. All your soul desires are divinely aligned. Only by taking that leap will the truth of your purpose be revealed. And if you're feeling blocked by what other people might think of you if you decide to take this route, if you decide to take that leap of faith, realize that this life belongs to you and no one else. This life belongs to you. Don't let other people's opinions shackle you. This is your one chance at life. You get this one life and that's it. You are the only one who can take action in your life. Other people might voice their opinions. Outside noise might be loud, but ultimately the decision is yours. You are the only one who gets to decide what you do with your life, because this is your life. This life belongs to you, and you need to live it to the fullest, so that when you're at your deathbed, you can look back at your life and say, this was a life well lived. I gave it my all. I gave it my all. I did my best in every way that I could, and I have nothing left to give. I am fulfilled, I am satisfied. I have no regrets in this life. Something that may be hard for you to realize and accept is that there are no guarantees in life. There are no guarantees in life. No one can guarantee that the path you're currently on is going to bring you the fulfillment that you want it to. No one can guarantee that the desire in your heart is going to be a failure. No one can guarantee anything in this life. No one can guarantee your success. No one can guarantee your failure. These guarantees aren't there. And if you keep postponing this desire, you have no guarantee that you will have time to do it tomorrow. You have no guarantee that you're going to be alive tomorrow. You're going to be alive next week. You're going to be alive next month. There is no guarantee to life. And so if you're waiting for that assurance that this step you're going to take is actually going to bring you where you need to be, you're not going to get it. Sometimes you just need to trust. You need to trust yourself, and you need to trust that every step that you take is bringing you closer to your goals. And often with these big dreams, you might find that only the first few steps are revealed, and the rest you have no idea what's going to happen. It's only by taking the next step and the next step that the path reveals itself to you. I can't guarantee you're going to succeed. You can't guarantee that you're going to fail. And so with that left to chance, you are the only one who gets to decide how this story ends up. At the end of your life, would you rather have died in misalignment because you did not have the guarantee that you're going to succeed, that you're going to feel that fulfillment that you've been craving your whole life? Or would you rather be at peace that you stepped into your purpose and that no matter what happened, you gave it your all, you did your best, and that was enough? And because there are no guarantees in life, people's opinions do not matter. Because the fact is, this is our first time living this life. This is the first time any of us have ever lived this life. And the grim reality is, we're all going to die. It's our first time living. We're all going to end up in the grave. So does it even really matter what other people think? Because we all have one beginning and we all have one end. What happens in between is all up to us. And other people's opinions should not have anything to do with you, because other people's opinions are limited by their own experiences. How they have experienced the world will influence the kinds of opinions they give. If they're positive, if they're encouraging, if they're there cheering you on, well and good. But then if they are negative and they are giving you doubts and they're telling you that this isn't the way that you should be doing this, that's only a limitation of their own perception. They're limited by their own experiences. And so if this is our first time living this life and we're all going to end up in the grave, what does it matter? You might as well live the life that you choose, live the life that you want, rather than being stuck and being limited by other people's experiences. And another angle that you should be taking with this is that life is not that serious. Genuinely, it's not. Sometimes our mind has this way of inflating a problem to seem bigger than it is, to make it feel like it's so insurmountable that you just can't do it. And it activates this fear response where it makes you feel as though you're being chased by a lion, being chased by a tiger, like your life is on the line. It's not that serious, because in the grand scheme of things, if you think in terms of the entire world, the universe, this is not a game changing, groundbreaking, life altering decision. It's not that serious. The fate of the world is not in your hands. Your life is not going to end if you decide to take this leap. Your life is not going to end simply because of what is going to happen after you take this first step. It is not the end of the world if you take this chance. It is not the end of the world if you follow your dreams, if you follow this burning desire. The world is not going to end. So that should free you up. Let yourself get rid of all these anxieties, all these pressures you're putting on yourself. Become a child again. Become the child who, when they wanted to paint, they took out their paintbrush and painted. When they wanted to do something, they did it. They didn't even have to consider any kind of repercussions that would come out of them taking action. They simply did it. Let go and connect with your inner child and become the creator of your life. And something that should comfort you in your journey is that God is with you no matter what. I don't care who you believe in, what you believe in, God is there with you. The creator of the universe is with you. The mind that was behind everything that you see, everything that you experience, the mind that created everything from the smallest atom, from the protons, neutrons, electrons, to the grandness of the universe. That mind, that being, this God of ours is there behind you. If that doesn't comfort you, I don't know what will. Because that soul desire came to you because it knew it could be fulfilled through you. God would not give you that desire if you were not able to fulfill it. God is not a sadist. He doesn't give you challenges that you cannot overcome. He doesn't give you roles to step into that you're incapable of fulfilling. God is with you no matter what. And He gave you that specific desire because He knows that you specifically have what it takes to bring this into fruition and to make the world a better place for it. In small waves, in big waves, in whatever capacity, you are able to do it better than anyone in that specific, unique way of yours. And so if God is with you, who can stand against you? Honestly, who? Genuinely. And this brings to mind two stories that I would like to share with you. One story is in the Bible. It's the parable of the three servants. And it's about this master who had three servants. And to each servant, he gave a certain amount of money. So to the first servant, he gave 5,000 gold coins. The second servant, he gave 2,000 gold coins. And the third servant, he gave 1,000 gold coins. And then the master went away. And the first servant took that money, went out and multiplied it, and he got 5,000 extra. So in total, he had 10,000. The second servant did the same thing. He went out, doubled his money, and now he had 4,000. But the third servant was scared. He was scared of his master, and instead of going out and multiplying that money, he hid it in a hole and waited for the master to come back. And so when the master came back, he asked the servants to account for the money he had given them. And the first servant came up and he presented to him the 10,000 that he had in total, and he was blessed. And the second servant also showed that he had doubled his money, and he too was blessed and he was praised by his master. But the third servant came up and said, I know that you are a hard man and I was scared. And so I hid your money so that I can give you back exactly what you gave me. And that master got angry. And he even asked him, at the very least, why did you not put this money in the bank so that I could have received interest from that? And so this little that I have given you, that you could not even handle, I am going to give it to the first servant, because to whom much is given, much is expected. You have this talent within you that you're meant to bring into fruition, that you're meant to multiply. And if you keep hiding it in the dirt, the time will come when you will have to account for that. You will need to account for why you chose to hide away your talent, why you chose not to take action, why you chose to limit yourself instead of multiplying the gifts that you already have within you. The second story is one that I read a while ago, but it always stuck with me, and it's concerned with the ghosts of our potential. And the author writes about a man who is on his deathbed, and around his deathbed are all the ghosts of his potential. And so they're all standing around him, looking at him and asking him, why did you not make use of us? We came to you specifically because we know that you could have brought us into fruition, that you could have fulfilled us to our ultimate potential. But you decided not to do it. You decided to hide us away. You decided not to take action. And look at where we are right now. So can you imagine that? The gift that you have been given that you maybe might not even think that much about because it comes so naturally to you, but they are of value and you're meant to create something with them. Imagine at your deathbed, the ghosts of your potential are surrounding you, looking you in the eye and asking you why. Why did you not do this? Why did you not take action? Why did you limit yourself? Why did you hold yourself back when you could have created such possibilities? You could have brought so much into fruition. You could have done so much if only you had taken action and multiplied us and created abundance in your life. Because even the little things that you have, that small gift that you might not think much of, once you use it and you grow it, it will multiply and it will compound, and you have no idea what kind of results it will bring. You have no idea the fruits that will come out of your labor. So do not limit yourself. Take that leap of faith. It's going to be worth it. And if something that's limiting you is the fear of failure, I need you to accept right now that failure is inevitable. And the faster that you accept this, the faster you can act. Failure is only negative if you think it's negative. Because failure in its ultimate form is simply feedback about what you should be doing next. It's showing you, don't do this direction isn't it, this angle isn't it, take this other path, take this other direction. Failure is there to teach you where you should go, how you should take action. Failure is simply feedback about the direction you are headed. And if you can learn from your failures, you can take more informed actions, make more informed decisions, and you can learn and grow. And when you learn and grow, you do better, you become better, and you get better. So reframe failure not as affirmations that you are incapable, that you can't do it, but as stepping stones to take you where you need to be, because they will lead you exactly where you need to be. Failure will bring you closer to your ultimate goal. So accept that you're not perfect. Accept that you're going to stumble. Accept that it might take a long time for you to get a hang of things, that it might take you a long time to understand what it is you need to do. Accept that and lean into that. Let it be freeing for you, because you're going to have a lot to learn in this life. You're going to have to learn a lot before you reach where you need to be. And those failures are going to help you get there. So don't worry about what other people are going to see. Don't worry about external perceptions of you. Focus on your own path. Focus on where you are headed. And know in your mind that you are taking positive steps towards your goal. And believe that you're going to get where you need to be. And I want you to know that you are more powerful than you think. You are the creator of your life. You are the designer of your reality. Do you know how powerful that is? Do you know how much access you have? How much limitless, endless possibilities that are available to you only if you decide to take action? You need to allow yourself to take that chance, to take that leap of faith and do something truly incredible. Dare to believe in yourself. Dare to take a chance on yourself. Dare to take that leap of faith. Dare to take a bet on yourself. You are never going to regret it. And as you start your path, remind yourself that everyone successful started out exactly where you are right now. Everyone started out feeling raw, feeling scared, feeling doubtful, filled with imposter syndrome, filled with limiting beliefs that maybe they can't do it, maybe they're in over their heads, maybe they're not as capable as they think they are. But the difference is that they decided to act in spite of their fear, in spite of their doubts, in spite of their limited resources. Some people barely had anything and they managed to ascend to greater heights. Some people had so little working in their favor, but they had grit, they had determination. They decided that there was no way that they weren't going to get what they wanted, and they have succeeded. Everyone successful started out exactly where you are. Take whatever resources that you have, the barest minimum that you have, take it and use it. Milk it for all it's worth. Utilize all of your resources and start from where you are. Start where you can, start with what you have. Do it vulnerable, do it scared, but do it. Because life is a journey and it will only get smoother from here. Dare to take a bet on yourself. And if you're still feeling doubtful about this, I want to ask you a question. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? If you were guaranteed success right now, what would you do? If I could guarantee you 100% success in exactly what you want 5 years from now, would you continue to procrastinate? Would you continue to ignore it and push it aside? Or would you take action right now? Success is a decision. If you decide that you're going to succeed, you're going to succeed. You don't have to know how, you don't have to have everything in line, you don't have to have it all planned out. But once you decide you're going to succeed, it is inevitable. You are going to succeed. Decide that you're going to bring your dreams into fruition. Decide and act as if you are in alignment with that decision, and that success will naturally follow. And if you're feeling plagued by all these negative what ifs, what if I fail? What if this happens? What if this terrible scenario occurs? I want you to flip the script on that. And I want you to ask yourself, what if I succeed? What if I make my desires a reality? What if I become the singer, the dancer, the artist, the scientist that I know I can become? What if I become a millionaire? What if my business succeeds? Change those negatives into positives and ask yourself, why not you? Other people have done it. Other people are doing it right now. You just can't see them, but they're working on it. And other people started out with less knowledge, less expertise, less resources than you. And they still took action and they have succeeded in whatever field they chose to pursue. How much more can you do with more knowledge, more skills, more resources? How would it feel if you saw someone who had so little, but then maximized it as much as they could to the point where they grew it and it multiplied and they created their dream life? Meanwhile, you had more to offer, but you restricted yourself. You're going to end up feeling bitter that someone else is living their dream life, is living your dream life. And you're here shackled by your fears, by your worries, by your doubts, by these potentials that don't even exist. And this bitterness is going to choke you. But don't let yourself reach that point. Don't blame other people for the actions you never dared to take. And this is a new world. This is a new world and it's changing so fast. There was a prediction that by 2035, everyone is going to be a creator in their own way, in their different avenues, in different platforms. Everyone is going to be a creator. And so if that prediction is true, and by 2035, everyone is going to be a creator in their own way, maybe on social media platforms or in their own business or in whatever capacity that they choose to follow, wouldn't you rather have taken the action right now, 10 years ahead of the game? Learn, grow, fail, learn some more, grow some more, and create more abundance. Grow your expertise in this particular field that you're feeling called to. Wouldn't you rather do this rather than start when everyone else is starting? Wouldn't you rather start now and get ahead of the game and reap your rewards sooner rather than later? Don't let your fears and your inhibitions make you fall behind when you could have been ahead. And if nothing else, you're going to have a good story to tell. Think about this. 20 years from now, you'll be able to look back and think, wow, there was this 1 year where I had all these dreams and I decided to take action. I decided to focus 100% on myself and I gave it my all. And no matter what happened, I had such wonderful experiences. I learned so much. I gained so much from that 1 year of taking a bet on myself, and I don't regret it for one thing. I would not change a thing about it. I don't regret a thing about it, and I am so grateful for it. You will be able to look back with fondness and with gratitude that you did not limit yourself, rather than with bitterness and regret at all the missed opportunities that you did not take. So I hope that something in this video resonated with you. I hope that you gained something, and I hope that it unlocked a block that you might have had in your head, and you might finally feel that desire, that urge that yes, I'm finally going to take action. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it scared. I'm going to do it even though I feel unprepared. I feel like I'm not ready. I'm going to take action, and I'm going to learn as I go along. And so in the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can start taking steps towards your goals, and how you can start taking action on your burning desires in whatever capacity that you can. Thank you so much for watching.